Hi everyone, welcome to Shimmer Girl Talks. I know it seems like I'm looking kind of off in the distance, but I'm still, one of these days I'll have it all together and bells and whistles and all of that good stuff. But I would like to um revisit the Passport Bros video that I did. I did not expect it to go over so well. I would like to thank my new subscribers and the subscribers that I've had since day one. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. So, I would like to respond to some comments that I've seen that I ended up getting on my video, my previous video. It seems like I got like one salty woman and one salty man, but for the most part, I had like a nice outpouring of support for my video. So thank you again. And I've seen other videos, comments and stuff in other Passport Bro reaction videos. So I would like to first start off by saying that my channel, my platform, is a pro marriage, pro traditional woman, pro traditional wife, gender roles, women who hold themselves accountable, etc., etc. That is the gist of my channel. I am not team ratchet, ghetto, baby mama. That's not my tribe. There are plenty of tribes for those women. So that kind of ties into, comments that I've received about, like, why would I be so concerned about men going overseas, and stuff like that. It's not a matter of concern. It's a matter of, it is concern because I am team wife. Whoever, the Bible says, he who finds a wife findeth a good thing, whoever, believes that way. So I'm going to be team wife regardless, unless she's just a bad wife and all of that. But that's another topic. We're not going there because that's not what this is about. So, but as a content creator, I'm going to discuss things that are current. And right now, this is current. And, so one of the responses to me was, well, this has been going on for decades and, whatever, which I'm aware of that. I am a content creator. So I'm going to discuss what is still going on now. There is a reason why Black men are choosing to go overseas for a wife. And it's too bad that so many women in our community are getting in their feelings and getting butt hurt about this instead of being taking a reflective look within themselves about why is this happening. But instead, they have a whole group of each other able to lick each other's wounds over this, you know. And as Kevin Samuel said, I'm sure many times in his videos, single women will keep you single. And this is what's happening. And right now, because I don't know if any of you have looked at those Passport Bros reaction videos, and I know that you have, some of these women are losing their minds. And I'm not understanding why. But let's delve into this. Okay, so I would also like to say that I already said that whose team I'm on, because some people might look at me like I should be team sisterhood and Black women just because. I said who I'm team for: traditional woman, traditional wife, um, gender roles, stuff like that. If you're a modern woman, 304, team Cardi B and Nicki Minaj and all of that, that's not my tribe. That's not who I'm talking. That's not who I'm talking to, because you guys have a large platform, a larger platform, in my opinion, than the traditional mindset woman. So one of the things that some of these reactionary videos are talking about, and I don't even know if reactionary is a word, but some of the ladies are like, you know, they're Pookies and Ray Rays, with baby mama drama going overseas to wife up a woman from another culture. And let's stop right there. Let's assume that the statistics are correct. And you can look this up online, CDC, and I think there's a statistics site for Black people by Black people. It is said that 16% of the fatherless children in America, 16% of Black men are the cause of that. 30% of Black men are married, which leaves 54% of Black men who are unmarried and don't have children. So I'm going to assume, this is an assumption, that the men who want to go overseas, I personally would not put them in the classification of a Pookie and a Ray Ray. And the reason being is because I don't think that the Pookies and the Ray Rays have the foresight or the wherewithal to lead a mature, stabilized life. I don't think they have the foresight to even be seeking a wife. So why would it be assumed that the Pookies and the Ray Rays are the ones that are going overseas? That doesn't make sense to me. Also, let's also assume that the 54% of Black men who don't have children is really true. I would assume that they are the ones that are going overseas to get a more traditional minded woman/wife. And in that regard, I back them 100%. And by the way, one of the responses to me was that I was being disingenuous. You know, one thing about us, when people don't like what you're saying, they're going to use insulting words or whatever. I'm not being disingenuous. Now, I don't have a dog in this fight. So it could be the women who are losing their minds over this, they're still single. And again, instead of looking within, they're, projecting their fears or whatever on life choices that they've made. Another point I wanted to make, that a lot of these women in these reaction videos are saying, about these men not having money. I've been overseas. I've been to the continent of Africa. I've been to Europe. It costs money to go to these places. Thankfully, I was able to go with people that I knew here who had family there. And so I was able to, cut down on costs there. But you will find with a lot of those other cultures, they are very accommodating. I'm not saying all, but a lot of them are accommodating, and more friendlier and more, you know, liable to, kind of help you out, particularly if you are a guest in their country. They're going to, be on their best behavior to show the best side of themselves. But I wanted to use the example of, like for some, like a lot of women, if you look at the Kendra G show or, Kevin Samuels when he was still here, and you had a lot of women who would not even consider a Black man that made $50,000 a year. And that's your prerogative. No one is telling you to settle for that if that's not what you want. But let's just assume that these men make 50 a year and they have no children. They have an apartment, may have a house, a car. They're doing well financially. $50,000, like I said, if they, are doing okay and they're responsible and everything, they're going to be just fine with whatever woman that chooses to hook up, not, I don't want to use the word hook up, that chooses to let him choose her as a wife. Because those women, again, a lot of the women in the reaction videos here, they're projecting how American women are. They're projecting a lot of their own negative experiences and their poor life choices onto those women overseas. And that's not saying, oh, those women overseas are all perfect in every way. That's no one is saying that. But what these men are saying is they have a greater chance of finding a actual woman who wants to be a wife, who's going to be in the house, and make dinner and keep the house clean and rear his children. And that's another thing. Who's to say I'm going to assume that the majority of the women overseas that these men are seeking, they don't have children already. They don't have ready-made families, unless it's through maybe a divorce or something. But it's a good chance they don't have the baby mama, baby daddy culture in those other countries. So that's a plus right there. No one wants a ready-made family. One of the reasons why American men, for example, are okay with the ready-made family is because it's so normalized here that they're not going to really be able to get around it. The majority of women in our community, be it one child or 5 or 7 children, they're going to have a child. So they're not going to really be able to get around that. And so I think I got most of my thoughts out. Again, I'm still team. If these men want to go overseas to get a wife, or if black women want to go overseas to get a husband or whatever, it's not our business at the end of the day. It shouldn't be hurting you. If you're making the correct choices in your own life to bring a proper husband or, to yourself, why are you tripping over this? I have been watching a few of the reaction videos about the passport bros, and some of these women, it's really pathetic. And and it just prompted me to want to do this video because bottom line, obviously I don't know all of these men who are going overseas, but I just don't think that they are the busted loser dusties that these women are trying to imply. The simple fact that they have the wherewithal to uproot themselves to say, you know what, I want a family. I want a wife. I want children, and I'm going to go somewhere to get it. We as women in this country, we really have to like calling each other to task. You can't tell black men you don't want them. You can't tell black men, you can't tell society at large, I am independent, I am strong, I don't need a man. And another topic that I'm going to just quickly segue into, and I used to tell women this a long time ago, stop allowing every man in creation access to your body, because that also will take you down a different path away from a viable husband and, your own little family for yourselves. You're out here having the children with Pookie and Ray Ray, and now you're on YouTube losing your mind over a small percentage of black men who want to go overseas to get an actual wife. So that was my video for today. Please like, subscribe, hit bell notifications so when I upload new videos. And I always suggest check out my other videos before you subscribe and make sure that we vibe. And I will talk to you later. Bye.